everyone, my name is Keely and I'm the owner and creator here at Soy and Shea, and thank you so much for joining me for another behind the scenes look. Today we are going to be piping some peonies. They're very similar to piping roses, which I did a couple of weeks ago, but this time I'm going to do two different colours in the same piping bag and we're going to use a much bigger tip. Let's go! Okay, so let's start making the soap for our little peonies. What I'm going to start by doing is putting in just a very, very small touch of blush mica from my Mica Obsession, because I'm going to do two colours in this. I want one colour to be a real pale pink, almost white, and then I want a slightly darker pink as well. So I'm going to get that colour mixed in, see if I need any more. Then I'll pour in my sodium hydroxide solution, mix it up, and then we'll wait until this comes to the right consistency for piping.
Jamaican.
A mess.
I'm not going to say anything, but I don't know.
It'll all come together, trust me.
I trust you. I shall see you later on. Good luck with that.
I'm going to put that in the video.
That's fine.
See ya.
See ya. Bye, Lucy dog.
Alright, so normally when we build up flowers, I just build the piping up on the nail. But if you caught the behind the scenes video last week where you saw me do roses, you end up with quite closed centers. And I want my center to be a little bit more open so we can put some yellow stamens in there. And the easiest way I have found to do that is I've got a little bit of soap dough here. It doesn't have to be pretty. I'm just kind of putting it into a shape for what I want my peony to look like, and then I am just sticking that onto a piece of my parchment paper, which we're going to use to build the flowers up on. But using that little bit of soap dough in the middle is going to really help give me the shape of the flower. So I'm going to make a few of these up and then we will get into the actual piping of these flowers. Alright, so we've got some of these little things done up, ready for me to go. I'm using a bigger flower now today because peonies are generally big and showy, so I wanted something that was nice and big. For my actual peony tip, I have a Wilton 127 petal tip. Now these make really big flowers when you use them. As you saw when I put the colour in here, I've put the dark pink up at the top and the light pink at the bottom, so we get a graduated flower colour. And I have also mixed up just a little bit of yellow so we can do the stamens in the middle of the flowers. So let's grab this. I have had a bit of a practice. My flower now has got some soap on. So what I'm going to do is stick my piece of paper in the middle so that my little soap dough is in the middle there. And first thing I'm going to do is grab a little bit of this yellow and I'm going to put some stamens just on the top of that white there, so we'll get a little bit of that yellow poke through the flower as we make it. I've got no tip in this bag, I'm just putting lots of little pieces on like that. We'll grab our piping bag here, and again that wider tip is down at the bottom. And peonies, unlike roses, are usually just lots of small petals when you're piping. So rather than doing a complete circle, all I'm doing are lots and lots of little petals. I'm keeping my bag fairly upright so it doesn't close the center off too much, and you can still see that yellow middle on there, and you can see around the edge we've got that really pretty gradient of color. So I'm going to come back where we left off. Every time I start a new petal, I come back just a couple of mils so that they overlap, and it also hides some of the untidy edges when you do your piping. And all it is just lots and lots of little arcs going all the way around. They will start to look a little bit like a rose, But as you come round, if you keep doing those small little petals and start tilting your bag, you start from going at 90 degrees and you tilt your bag backwards, and that's what opens up the petals of the peony. So keep going round. I'm going to make these quite big and showy. I'm going to make them as big as what my flower nail will actually allow me to do. Never come any bigger than your flower nail, because take it from me, they fall off and it gets messy, and it's very hard to rescue a flower that has come off of your flower nail. You can get your flower nails in all sorts of sizes. This is not my largest flower nail. I have another one that is basically the size of a button, like a badge button that you can get. I'm pretty sure that's all it really was. But there is our first little peony. So what I'm now going to just very gently and carefully do, slide it off my nail and onto my tray, and then onto the next one. I may need just a little bit more soap on there. I'm going to use the yellow because I don't want too much of that wasted. We'll pop that one in the middle. Right, before we put the petals on, we better put our yellow middle in here. So I'm just doing lots of little dots and trying to pull the soap so it comes up in little spikes. Let's go back for our soap. And off we go again. So again, they're just, I'll see if I can come up backwards so you get a better view of it on the camera. You pipe whichever way you actually feel most comfortable, but I can actually go both clockwise and anti-clockwise, thankfully. You just end up with a slightly different look on your flower, depending which way you go. So we're just doing lots little tiny C shapes. And when I do the peonies, I don't lift it up off my base as much as I do as when I do the roses, because I want them to be nice and tight and I don't want them to raise up too high. Just twisting my nail back so I don't run out of twist space as I'm going round. This one's coming up really nice now. I'm actually turning my nail in an anti-clockwise direction here. This one's coming up a little bit more rounded, which is what peonies tend to actually be. And what I can actually see as I'm coming around there, I have got a little gap in there. So all I'm going to do is just grab my yellow and just fill it up with a little bit more of the yellow, and I'm really pleased with that one. So again, I'm going to slide that one off and onto my tray. They're all going to be very different. Okay, so we've got all of our peonies now piped out, ready for the weekend soap. I'm going to say right now I am very nervous for the weekend soap. It is a floral fragrance, but as I said in an earlier video, I am trying to use up all the fragrance oils I've got sitting on my shelf, and I have enough of this one to actually make a loaf of soap. It is a floral, and I've just got a feeling it's going to be very, very naughty, but hopefully it will be well worth it because it's a beautiful fragrance. If you're interested to see what that soap is going to be, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification so it will tell you when that video is up. If you've enjoyed watching me pipe these peonies, why not leave me a thumbs up and any comments down below. And until that weekend's video comes out, I hope you have a great one and stay safe, and I'll see you then. Bye.